Okay, hey, I'm just kind of finishing my lunch today. Today, at McDonald's, because I got paid. I bought, instead of the plain double cheeseburgers, I bought 2 quarter pounds of cheese. Sorry, they're empty boxes. I ate them already. Um, and these were very large. And I could gotten away with just one because Lumi and I calculated it. 2 quarter pounders and cheese, and double cheese on this one is 8 ounces of meat. I bought two, and I can tell you I am well full. The price, a bit more than I normally pay. I normally pay $19.70, but it came out to be, with tax and everything, came out to be $28. Well, it was good though, but I would not do that on a regular basis. Now, because they have the music on, I have to filter the music when I get home. I would have asked trying to come up with a good video. How about thumbnail video topic of presumed well-fed? Presumed well-fed. That sounds good. That's my dinner too, by the way. So listen, just lunch. I was only a meal for the whole day, so I just had. So it was my breakfast, my lunch, and my dinner. And I couldn't decide if I was gonna. I mean, like, we were trying to figure this out when we came in. Before we came here, like, do you want to go to Cumbies? Let's get 2 slices of pepperoni pizza, and then the soda, and then later make pizza when you get home. Or would you just like to eat a nice dinner, something you haven't had in a long time? And I decided, I always need more napkins anyway. So that's why. Last time I had quarter pounder of cheese, it was when me and Patty hung out here at this McDonald's before he renovated it, and it's good, but very expensive food. It's not cheap food. And but I mean, I like the standard patties too. Those little tiny squashed flat ones. Which are good, but well, just food. Okay, now, by the way, I want to talk to you about a couple other things today besides food. I decided to cancel the Chatgpt site because the software is not working exactly as I intended it to do. I was thinking about using it to help me do thumbnails for my page. And it's still valid until November 16th. And I explained to on this former customer service why I felt it wasn't a good value. You see, the YouTubers that reviewed the site showed, for example, that the voice system could do certain things. But it seems like AIs are not doing like they were in the early tests. They weren't working as well as they should. That's why I said to myself is, what good is a software program $20 a month if it can't even do what they show it to be able to do? Like practice language or to it just doesn't make any sense. I mean, they want your money, but the software is not doing what they say it's supposed to do. Okay, it's like lame, man. Um, you say I'm supposed to be able to do things like do certain features and it doesn't work. And you want me to pay you $20 a month with the software demonstration that you shows that I'm supposed to be able to do a certain feature and it doesn't work. Let me go try it. Just like the reviewer did, you know? I'm not paying for that. That's crazy. I mean, the same thing with I love Sung AI. I renewed for another 3 months, but that's about it. I mean, I might keep one or the other. I don't know. I'm not paying for Carrot or AI either because I never paid for Carrot or AI. I always played with the free one. I mean, me and Chatgpt had a lot of conversations. It helped me work on my book. It helped me work on some of the story, the plot line. And that was what it did do what it's supposed to. But some of the more advanced stuff is just very disappointing. It didn't work. Do you understand what I'm saying? It was like, I'm paying, and it can't even generate a thumbnail without having a problem. So I do hope that they fix the problem. Okay, now next thing is what? Okay, what else had you say? Well, I called up my doctor. I made an appointment for my follow up on my meds, medication care. This is on November 12th. So that's a Tuesday. So we're going to be going to do the blood work the week before. I also talked to the medical team, the dental team, about getting into the dentist to get my parcels. They're full. They don't have any patients right now. They have no openings for either Winston or Torrington. But the woman at the dental clinic said, you know what, we can put you on the waiting list, but we have no idea when we're going to have an opening. It could be anytime. I said, okay. That sounds fine to me. So I'm on the waiting list to see a dentist, whatever that's going to be. Because, like I said, it's no emergency. It's not a crisis or anything. Oh, by the way, there is a crisis going on in Litchfield, Connecticut right now. I don't know if this has been fixed yet. I didn't check. The enhanced 911 service is offline in Connecticut right now. So emergency responders are not available by dialing 911. Okay, so if you need 911, they gave another number. I posted this information in my Discord page. Perhaps um, I was also post it in my community tab on my YouTube channel as well, and I will. I have the information home. So what it means is we don't know what's going on with the 911. We don't know it was specifically just for cell phones or landline phones too. So could be both. There is a backup number. Okay. Um. So keep that in mind. Now, the next thing. Say it's 26 degrees Celsius. It's hot. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, if you like it warm, 26 is fine. But here's what I need to warn you about. Right now, if I show you the sky, you'll see that it's got a lot of cumulus clouds, a lot of little clouds. These are the good guys. They're not the ones that usually scare people. Okay? But what it means is because of the high temperature change and transition from 26 degrees tonight down to 9 degrees at nighttime. That's like a 14-degree difference in change in temperature. And what that means is that the clouds are going to start to get bigger. And as the dew point will drop, the likeliness of major precipitation being an issue increases. So, as I said this morning, make sure you watch the sky, watch the weather, watch out for any unwelcome signs of potential severe thunderstorms or even a tornado. It's not off the records, guys. Now, would I ever eat another quarter pounder of cheese? Another two of those? Well, that's 2.2 kilograms of meat you ate. If each burger is a quarter pound, yeah, and you ate two, that's 8 ounces of meat. Yeah. And then you had a double that, 16 ounces, or 2.2 kilos. You just ate a pound of ground beef. Well, at least unlike my ex-boyfriend, at least it was cooked. That's true. You eat it raw. Well, so I just wanted to have something different. I wanted to eat something before movie night because, guys, I'm gonna be honest, pizza's okay, but I really kind of need a difference. I need a change, right? So the niceness of being able to come out here and imbibe in once in a while thing. It's not an everyday thing. I can't afford to eat here every day. Not here, no. But once in a while, yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Hey, I got a new thumbnail for my picture. Yay! All right, so because I'm looking at my cute face. Okay, I know I'm not the most cute face, but at least my eyes are open. And your ears are sticking out. No. All right. Anyway, so it just I'm just very happy that I was able to get out and try a quarter pounder. I haven't had one of those in a very, 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 very long time. At least 6 years. But next time I get one, it's just gonna be one. I underestimated just how big those suckers were. You plowed through them, though. We plowed through it. Yes, we did. I would never do that on a regular basis. Um, so tonight's movies. is Blade Runner. That's what the movie was set to the letter B was. Blade Runner and Cherry 2000. Cherry 2000 is kind of based on a man that has an android, like one of the fembots, okay? And he, I lost a little bit of it. I'm not going to spoil the plot. Apparently, water got into her electronics and corroded out innards and caused major damage to circuits because the high voltage caused corrosion on the traces. And like Louis Russell will show you with cell phone repairs, the water gets in when the circuit's energized, especially direct current, it's going to cause a corrosion effect, okay? And it's going to cause damage, okay? It's going to eat through the circuits. And so I remember the story from when I was a teenager. So let me just give you a little backstory on that. So he goes ahead, he's got to find someone who can find a supplier to give him to get him the parts because the android he has is a model that's no longer made. Boy, does that sound familiar? Let me tell you what I mean by that in a second. So this guy, because they didn't have eBay, in the movie. If they did, he could probably would just got on eBay and went ahead and entered in the part number to see if somebody has a piece. So they didn't have that. So he had to ask a bounty hunter to find the pieces from. Now, I'll explain the story. When I say, does that sound familiar? Anybody who ever works with any modern consumer electronics, I don't care what it is. This cell phone, my watch. Okay, let's just say my watch. My watch is a cheap watch. Okay, it's not very fancy. Let's just, for the sake of argument, call my watch 2000. Although actually, it's more like probably when I bought it was around 2012. But let's just it's kind of like they don't make this watch anymore. Okay, this model digital watch isn't made. So if the electronics in this go bad, the band I have on it is worth more than the watch. So you have this watch, and you're going to go, okay, let's see the crystal, the watch crystal on the top, which does have a hairline crack underneath the safety plastic. Let's say I had to replace that. And let's say my watch repair guy goes, okay, well, unfortunately, that model watch isn't made anymore. What you're going to have to do is find a crystal or the case from the same model watch that might be broken so I can transfer your parts into that watch. And so you go on eBay and you're searching for this watch. You might find one, and then you go ahead and you transfer that side of this watch and put it into the new shell. Okay, that would be kind of what happens in Cherry 2000. Okay, I don't know what part you needed to order, but as I said, I have dealt with similar things in my working computers. In fact, my Power Mac and G5 is an ancient model too. Well, let's start with a G5, but that's not the only Mac I'm going to talk about. It's a dual processor G5. It's not a dual core dual processor. It's just a dual processor. Which is kind of funny because originally I was going to buy the later one that came out with the dual processor, dual core G5. And the reason I didn't buy it is because this machine is liquid cooled by Dextron antifreeze. Now, Dextron and people who use it in the cars can tell you straight out that stuff will chew through metal like you won't believe. Okay, it will seriously degrade the whole innards. So what happened is it would leak. Connections would go bad, and the next thing you know, all the Dextron gets out, and it's very corrosive. And then you almost need to be almost like do hazmat to clean up the mess. And I saw the damaged motherboards and machines they were selling cheap on eBay. He's fixing, as is, broken, and for 2.7 gigahertz. And I said, nah, I'm gonna pass on this one. I ain't paying for this. I'm not gonna be buying a machine that says works, then bring it home and find out that the Dextron antifreeze is leaking out all over the motherboard and the power supply is underneath. I'm the Power Mac T5s, and mine is air cooled. 2 gigahertz, okay, but it's air cooled. So the processor, because when the Dextron gets out, it's corrosive and it acts as conductive. And then gets underneath to the power supply. And the next thing you know, it destroys the power supply. It destroys the motherboard, PC board traces. It's just bad juju all over. Okay, so people that do have the working quad core or dual core dual processor, think of them as dual T5s with extra cheese. Okay, it's kind of like the quarter pounder extra cheese. That was just 2 cores and 1 chip. Die. So, what they do is they find air cooling heat sinks like the ones mine has, and they will carefully remove the single core T5 chips from those heat sinks and carefully take the dual core T5s and mount them on those same heat sinks with heat sink compound like Arctic silver, stuff like that, and screw it down. And as long as you get them in the right places in the right order, because they're really fine parts, theoretically speaking, you shouldn't even need to run a diagnostic tool. That should actually just work. Well, as I said, should. Doesn't mean will. But anyway, the thing is that's the truth. So, it's a hack. And unfortunately, a very expensive one. But, to each their own, some will do it. I wouldn't. That's kind of like what happens with eBay. It's the same thing. You get a lot of stuff like that. Now, what happened to what happened to the Mac Pro? The 2009 Mac Pro. Well, I don't know what bad on the Mac Pro. It was working fine one day, and then at night, it stopped working. I tried to restart the computer wouldn't come up, wouldn't kick over, wouldn't turn on. I mean, the fans were running. I mean, the trouble light was on, and I couldn't get the thing to turn on at all. I tried resetting the RAM. I tried resetting the processor tray. I tried doing everything within reason. Well, like Lumi said, it's a 2009. Electrolytic caps can go bad. They can leak, physically leak. They can also electrically develop very, very low ESR or very high ESR. They can be totally messed up. And unless you want to start doing service mount, it's not worth it. You're not going to be able to fix it. So we put it out into the dumpster. But I kind of would like to have kept it working, but that wasn't going to happen. Okay, it just wasn't going to happen. The machine was just not salvageable. Okay, so I just said, fine, write it off as a loss because I already had my Mac Mini. So at least I was still able to get the show done. The then you say we were talking about what about so many other so-called projects we talked about, like the little computer there. I talked about the little Dell. Liz was buying a brand new 2009 Mac Pro. Again, his hint, it's not new. It's used. Okay, it's not even guaranteed to work. It's just used. Okay, so clearly, I said, well, if I go by price, the Dell is a winner. If I go by able to run Mac and Macintosh applications, the Dell is kind of up in the air. However, at least they can run Linux on the Dell. They can run Linux on Mac too, but it's a little more of a challenge. And I said 32 gigabytes of RAM, i5 chip, even a built-in embedded video card for the games I'm playing would probably be more than fine. I don't know about for the truck, but then we talked about, well, when we get a passport, why don't we consider going on a holiday? Why don't we save our money up to buy something else? Why don't we consider the paying off the credit card, which we are working on? That definitely is on the list. So ideally, approximately coming $700 from interest rebate, as I wanted to use $700 of it to pay, or 500 out of 700 to pay my ally. And I just paid them this month 100, and I got to pay him another 500 when I get the check. So I don't know what we're gonna do yet. Okay, watch the space. I'll let you know. Now I'm looking for tonight's movie. We're gonna test out a new feature tonight in the movies. We have. Let me suggest it because the movies don't have a closed caption file. She said, Michele, why don't you do this? Why don't we see if the closed captions encoder will work with the movie? So that people who are hard of hearing can hear the movie with the captions. I said, it's not a bad idea. So tonight, during the movie, you're going to see, at least hopefully it'll work well, the closed captions for tonight's movie. Okay. It's also got a closed caption the clocks, the driving movie clocks too. So that's going to be interesting to see how this is going to work, and I'm looking forward to it. Hey, it's technology, you know. Is it going to work? I don't know. Maybe not. Hard to say. But one thing is obviously clear. I gotta get this video home. They got the music playing right now, and I gotta go ahead and run the filters on and remove all the music. And there are other people talking to on their own phones, so That's what I'm gonna do. It's gonna be interesting to see how this works. Oh yeah, one last thing. The licensing site. I don't know any of this music that they are licensing. I only know a few songs. So the question comes up: is it worth paying $22 a month for a site that is probably likely not to be used most of the time? Well, what? I'm gonna have to say no because they do not necessarily have a licensing that I need. Anyway, I got the records from Stan CT yesterday. The Lou Reed and the Maisie Star records. Both came yesterday. Also, repeat for Silver Moon for Sunday at 7 o'clock. So that's what I'm going to tell you right now. It looks like we have a pretty good thing going on here right now. And yeah. So for now, everybody, I'll see you later tonight. Okay? Bye-bye. Bye-bye, guys.
In the summer.